Taurus, you are up for the May 2022 Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. This reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Also, we are now in Taurus season. Today is April the 23rd. Happy birthday to all the Taurians out there, and a special happy birthday to someone who I consider very dear. You know who you are. So happy birthday to you. All right. As for the energy, I see a lot of happiness, or the potential for a lot of happiness in the month of May. First of all, there's the new moon in Taurus that is happening on the last day of April. So that will give you a little bit of an extra boost. One thing that is coming to mind, and it's almost like what I titled the new moon in Taurus reading, check yourself before you wreck yourself. In that reading, I was mentioning toxic relationships or toxic habits keeping you away from your greatness. And that's kind of the energy that I am picking up here. I see a ridiculous amount of potential for emotional bliss and for happiness and for healing and for love and for money and all of the things that you desire. It's just certain things that are still attached to you are possibly standing in your way of you stepping into your greatness. Part of it is that first you need to believe in yourself. The other part of it is, as well, you also need to learn when to cut something loose, when to remove something that does not serve you. But honestly, I see like there's a lot of potential for happiness. So let's go ahead and pull some cards right quick and see what we come up with. May I have the energy for Taurus for May? May I have the energy for Taurus for May? May I have the energy for Taurus for May? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? Energy for Taurus for May. What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? Energy for Taurus for May. What is it that Taurus needs to hear? May I have a card, please? And for those of you wondering what deck I'm using, thank you. I'm using the African Goddess Oracle deck. The card that came out is Truth. Truth. Nandi. So that is your card. Let me read this right quick. Number 34 as well on that. Maybe 34 is significant, or either maybe the number 7 is significant to you because 3 plus 4 is 7. All right. Nandi, Goddess of Truth. Temple, griots, element, water. Nandi, the bold, outspoken wife of Benin Iwa. Deity, Legba, was feeling neglected by her husband. Even with several wives, his head easily turned. So Nandi lived her truth, took her own lover, and became her own best friend. Nandi's guidance. Get real. What is your truth? Truth telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. Embodiment. Tell the truth. Each person has their own version. Speak yours. Words have impact. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. The declaration is, the truth is my friend. So for this, someone maybe needs to speak their truth. That could go back into certain relationships that you are dealing with. Maybe you need to let someone know that that relationship, if it is a toxic relationship, may not be that good for you. Or maybe they are doing certain things that you consider toxic that are hurting you. Something may be on your mind that you need to make known. But what this card is saying is that you need to speak your truth. All right, and then I will take another oracle card. This one is from my Saints and Mystics. What is the energy for Taurus for May? What is the energy for Taurus for May? What is the energy for Taurus for May? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is the energy for Taurus for May? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? May I have a card, please? What is the energy for Taurus for May? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? This card seems like it wanted to come out, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait and see. What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? Thank you. Saint Expedite, expediency. All right. Let me read this one. I think this is the first time I pulled this one. Saint Expedite. So, Saint Expedite was a Roman soldier from Armenia, martyred around 300 AD for his religious affinity. I'm going to skip the whole backstory and go straight to the meaning. Emotionally, Saint Expedite changes and releases old forms of thought and behavioral patterns, encourages independence, confidence, and self-respect, and brings in a strong inner urge to move forward and achieve goals. Spiritually, he calls for people to own their personal power of authority. Be ready for changes and accept responsibility in the grand design of life. Saint Expedite reminds us that he does not do the work for you, but rather with you. Don't just sit back and wait for the miracles to happen. Go out into the world and work your magic with him. Expedite appears to let you know that the best way through changes is to let go of the desired outcome and prepare for ground landing. Trust in yourself and do not quit. Consciously, Saint Expedite does not discriminate between poor or rich and is most efficient assisting with legal cases, health, business, study, creativity, or anything that screams for urgent attention. Saint Expedite is extremely popular in France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Latin America, and Brazil. Invocation, lightning strike, the ground I stand. Saint Expedite, beside you stand. Quick and steady, no more delays. Begin the hour of change today. So that is for Saint Expedite. Awesome. Let me pull some tarot cards right quick and see what we get. Energy for Taurus. Energy for Taurus. Energy for Taurus for the month of May. What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? So throughout all of this, it's about taking action and speaking your truth. And I actually might title this, Take Action and Speak Your Truth. because happiness is waiting for you. Let's see what we get. Thank you. Wow, Page of Wands. Okay. What else we got going on here? So there could be a message coming in. Pages bring messages. Also, it could be a new start in something. Queen of Cups. Also, it could be in something involving passion too, as well. Thank you. If I can get it to drop. The Devil. Right, man, have some. Whoa! 8 of Wands. And the card that dropped, give me 1 second. 6 of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands. So there's a victory here. Taurus, you're going to have a victory over a negative situation, is what's going to happen. Something will be moving towards you, but you're going to have a victory over it. You have the Page of Wands, which Wands is fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have the Queen of Cups. This could be saying tap into your intuition, or you could be dealing with the water sign, more specifically a Cancer. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. And it doesn't matter if they're male or female. But really, I feel like this is saying listening to your intuition is what this is. I also feel with the Devil energy, this is Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with the Capricorn. There may be something that you may have been bound to, or that you may feel bound to, or something that may be revisiting you. Don't forget, Mercury goes retrograde on May the 10th. So old people and old things may start to come back in the month of May. And it could be somebody who's toxic, or has you deal with things that are toxic. Going back to toxic people or toxic habits. And again, 8 of Wands is movement, where they're coming in. However, 6 of Swords is air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 6 of Swords is where you're moving away from a situation. You're making the right decision. More than likely, because 8 of Wands and 6 of Swords, you might be moving away very quickly from this toxic energy. It's funny about expedite, because it's expediency, because you think of expeditiously, but expediency means doing it in a fast manner. So I feel as soon as you get a whiff of this negative energy, you're going to go in the other direction. And I just dropped the card again. You're going to go in the other direction is what's going to happen. 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords. Again, this is movement. And at the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Wands. Again, fire energy, which is victory. This is a victory card. It can also be recognition too. You could be recognized for something in May. It's a possibility. But honestly, I just feel that this is a personal victory. And this is where you get to claim your happiness, is what you get to do. But what it will start with, and that's my thing, going back to this Devil energy, I feel like you speaking your truth and being very swift about it, it's almost like you're stopping it before it starts. Do you see what I'm saying? You're putting out a small fire before it becomes a big fire. And you're doing it quickly. That is what's going to give you the victory. And actually, right under the victory card is the King of Coins, King of Pentacles, which is Earth energy. So in the King of Pentacles is very stable. So this could be something involving work for some of you, because the 8 of Pentacles was under it. So yeah. But I feel it's related to you taking action and speaking your truth. Is what that is. All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.